Made it through today on the first go. I was a bit late to get started. Had to take care of a few things. Jumped in on level 7, and by the end of level 9, I had like 5 starting stacks. It was just action. Can't really think of any interesting hands. It's all pretty standard. Just got hit in the face with the deck a few times. Um, Had a really good time. I made a point to welcome everybody to the table and have a really just engage with the dealers. The dealers are like the most fun, honestly. Some of these win dealers are just legends. They all play online. Like they're not allowed to play in their casino, but like they love the game. Also had a good yarn to a few recreationals. I ran into my good friend Chicago every time I'm at the win. I see him like the third time, and he never remembers who I am. But as soon as we start talking, he's like, "Oh yeah, I remember you." Um, Bit of a space cadet, really. But yeah, hang out with this guy from Texas. He was a bit slow to get started, but once I got him talking, couldn't shut him up. And there was this really cool guy from New York actually who moved to Vegas, and he was as quiet as a mouse until we started engaging with him, and then all of a sudden, just couldn't shut him up. He was just telling me so much insightful things about life. He's a trader. He gave me a really hot tip for the Australian stock market, which I'll keep to myself. He reckons it's severely undervalued. So it just goes to show what happens when you open your mouth, and I'm happy to do this in the small buy-ins, $800 tournaments, But I got to say, the absolute low light of today was interacting with a guy called Boris. I'm guessing he's from Eastern Europe. Didn't really say much all day. He, as he came to the table, someone said welcome. He literally just acted as if they didn't exist. So I was like, okay, I'll try it. Welcome in, as I like to do. I like to put on a bit of an American accent while I do it, just to sort of, dress like a bit of a cowboy as well. And he just completely ignores me, and I was like, well, what a dick. Maybe he doesn't speak any English, but you think he'd know how to say hi. But fast forward about 2 minutes, 3 minutes, and this German guy just turns to him and goes, "Oh, do you want to collect the 500s?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure, I can do that." Perfect English. So I just had a go at him. I was like, "Oh, so you speak perfect English? Interesting. Really interesting." And it just goes to show how good we have it back home, is what I'm getting at. We have undoubtedly the best games in the world, and I'm not saying that they're the most profitable games at all. I think some of the kids coming out of Sydney are fantastic, especially. But what I'm really getting at is we are an amazing culture. We are such a great community. For instance, I was talking to my boy Eugene, the guy who moved to Vegas. He's actually looking at moving on to Japan. He's just crushed life. He's a crypto trader. He's just probably in his 60s or late 50s. He's like pretty much retired, just crushing it. And he was a professional tennis player. He played juniors, like elite level juniors. He never made it to the pro circuit. But when he started opening up about his childhood, he was just gushing. He was such a champ. And what he was getting at was that he played all over the world, and Australian tennis was the most honourable games he's ever played. He said, if they weren't sure that it was out, they'd call it in, as opposed to like Italy where they would just notoriously cheat. And it just goes to show. I said to him, mate, it's the same in the poker tables. Like, I've really only been quite upset a couple of times. And that's when, someone has had a crack at someone else and been completely out of line. And I'm not going to name names, but like they should know who they are by now. So it's very interesting to see. I see the games in America, like the window's closing, this big beautiful bill that's coming out. Like, I'm not even gonna really get into American politics. It's never a fun thing to do. But long story short, we got to stop sending Australians over here. It's bad enough eating 30%, but once you can only claim back 90% of your losses, that's absolutely preposterous. Every time we lose, we don't get a rebate, and now we don't even get we don't even get our money back when we win. So, in addition to that, you know, when I first came over, it was like $800 to get a tax return. Last I was quoted was like 1,500 to 2,000 US, unless you know someone or you can like make a group of people. So, anyways, back to the poker. Tomorrow I bagged like 134K, which is Sweet Felicity Argyle, and returning to like 15K big blind, I think, or 12K. They might wind it back. I think they'll wind it back actually. So just 12 bigs or something in the money. So could be worse. Gonna get to bed early now. This is just gonna be a quick short video. Hoping to get a great night's sleep in. I managed to get a workout in this morning, so pretty exhausted. And yeah, peace.